Hello students, welcome to Verma's Chemistry. This video is about hyperconjugation and its applications. The delocalization of sigma electron pair of a CH bond of an alkyl group bonded to the unsaturated carbon atom of a conjugated system or the carbon atom containing unshared p orbital is called as hyperconjugation. If we have a CH bond of an alkyl group bonded to the unsaturated carbon atom of a conjugated system or the carbon atom containing unshared p orbital, then there will be the delocalization of the sigma electron pair of that CH bond. This phenomena is called as hyperconjugation. This kind of delocalization leads to a situation where there is no bond between the hydrogen and carbon atoms of the molecule. So, hyperconjugation is also called as no bond resonance. Let us see the example. In this molecule, we have an unsaturated carbon to which methyl group is bonded containing CH bonds. So, there is a possibility of delocalization of that sigma electron pair of CH bond like this. Because of the delocalization of the sigma electron pair, which is conjugated to this pi bond will also be delocalized, which leads to formation of this structure. And in this structure, there is no bond between carbon and hydrogen atom. So, hyperconjugation is called as no bond resonance. And there should be at least one hydrogen atom at alpha carbon with respect to CC double bond or carbon atom with unshared p orbital to have this kind of hyperconjugation. See this compound. We have unsaturated carbon to which alpha carbon is bonded. Carbon atom next to double bonded carbon is called alpha carbon, but this alpha carbon has no hydrogen atoms bonded. So, there is no possibility of hyperconjugation here. So, the condition is we should have at least one hydrogen atom at alpha carbon to carbon-carbon double bond or the carbon atom of unshared p orbitals. Greater the number of CH bonds at alpha carbon to the unsaturated system, greater will be the delocalization of electrons and thus greater the stability of the molecule. This hyperconjugation influences the stability of molecule. If we have more number of hyperconjugated delocalizations of electrons, then the stability of molecule will be more. And the number of delocalizations of sigma electron pairs depends on the number of CH bonds we have at alpha carbon atoms of the unsaturated system. Stability of alkenes, carbocations and free radicals can be explained on the basis of this hyperconjugation. Let us see about the stability of alkenes. A more substituted alkene is more stable. The stability of substituted alkene is due to the delocalization as per hyperconjugation. Let us see one example. This is the substituted alkene in which 4 methyl groups are bonded to double bonded carbon atoms and all of them have sigma electron pair of CH bonds next to 2 double bonded carbons. So, all these sigma electron pairs will be involved in delocalizations. So how many possible delocations are there in this molecule? To each double bonded carbon atom we got two methyl groups bonded, and in each methyl group we have 3 CH sigma bonds. So overall we have 12 CH sigma bonds here. So there are 12 possible delocalizations as per hyperconjugation. So if we have more number of delocalizations, then the stability of alkene will be more. If you compare these two alkenes, the first alkene has only two methyl groups bonded to double bonded carbon, which gives you 6 hyperconjugated structures. From each methyl group, 3 sigma bonds of CH atoms will be involved in delocalization. And when you come to the second compound, as we discussed it before, double bonded carbon atoms have 4 methyl groups, and from each methyl group there are 3 CH bonds which will be involved in delocalization. So total how many delocalizations are possible? 12. And more the number of delocalizations, more will be the stability of alkene. So this structure 2 is more stable than structure 1. And come to the stability of carbocations. The stability of carbocations is in the order: tertiary carbonium ion is more stable than secondary carbocation, which is more stable than primary carbocation. And this can be explained using hyperconjugation concept. Let us see ethyl carbocation. This positively charged carbon atom is sp2 hybridized carbon, which contains a pure p orbital. And to this carbon atom we have an alkyl group bonded which has CH sigma bonds. So that CH sigma bond will be involved in delocalization. And how many such CH sigma bonds we have? 3 in ethyl group, ethyl carbonium ion. So 3 possible delocalizations are there. And when you come to isopropyl carbonium ion, to this positively charged carbon atom you got 2 methyl groups bonded. In each methyl group you have 3 CH bonds which will be involved in delocalization. So how many possible delocalizations are there? There are total 6 delocalizations are there. And come to one more example, tertiary butyl carbonium ion, which has 3 methyl groups bonded to positive charged carbon. From each methyl group there are 3 CH sigma bonds which will be involved in hyperconjugation. So more the number of delocalizations, more will be the stability. So this tertiary carbonium ion is more stable than secondary carbonium ion, which is more stable than primary carbonium ion. In the same way, we can explain the stability of free radicals also based on hyperconjugation. The order of stability of free radicals is also tertiary greater than secondary is greater than primary free radical. Let us take ethyl free radical, in which the unpaired electron is present in sp2 hybridized carbon atom. that sp2 hybridized carbon atom is having a pure p orbital also. And if there is a alkyl group containing CH sigma bond bonded to carbon atom containing pure p orbital, unshared p orbital, then there will be possibility of delocalization as per hyperconjugation. So this sigma electron pair of CH bond will be involved in delocalization. And how many such delocalizations are possible? One from here, one from here, and one from here. 3 delocalizations in ethyl free radical. And when you come to isopropyl free radical, to the carbon atom containing pure p orbital with unpaired electron, you got 2 methyl groups bonded, and from each methyl group you have 3 CH sigma bonds which will be involved in delocalization. So total how many delocalizations? 6 are possible from isopropyl free radical. And when you come to tertiary butyl free radical, there are 3 methyl groups bonded to carbon atom containing pure p orbital in which there is unpaired electron. And from each methyl group there are 3 CH sigma bonds which will be involved in delocalization. So total how many delocalizations are there here? 9 delocalizations are possible for this tertiary butyl free radical. And as per hyperconjugation, more the number of delocalizations, more will be the stability. So that's why tertiary butyl free radical is more stable than isopropyl free radical, which is secondary free radical, which is more stable than ethyl free radical, which is a primary free radical. That's all for this video. Thank you.